will start the story. The new tenant who had come to flat 4C was a smuggler. Yesterday I told you that we are going to read a story of a new tenant here. In this story, tenant means a room renter. So the new room renter, the new tenant actually who had come in flat number 4C, and he was a smuggler. How did the narrator know that he was a smuggler? We would get to find as we will continue the story. His name was actually Ratan. His name was not Ratan. Our narrator, it's telling you that there was a boy whose name was Ratan. Ratan was sure of it. Who was sure that the new tenant was a smuggler? It was a boy whose name is Ratan. He was very sure that new tenant who has come to live in flat number 4C was actually a smuggler. And who a smuggler is, students? A smuggler is a person who smuggle the goods from one country to another country illegally. There are many things in the world that somehow not legal to transport from one place to another place, and if you do so, if you transport such addictive things or some other banned objects, though, that is actually known as smuggling. So Ratan was very sure that the new tenant who has come to live in flat number 4C was actually a smuggler. The man had straight black brows, and when he smiled, which was seldom, he showed teeth that were crooked. So now how did Ratan, on what basis Ratan is saying that this man was a smuggler? Because Ratan think that this man has a very straight brows. You would have seen many person in the world whose two brows, we have two brows over our two eyes, and if those brows are straight, which are joined with each other, that is actually known as straight. And those two brows were only one single straight brows, and they were black in color as usual. And whenever he used to smile, which he seldom does, he does not a very friendly, cheerful person, so he does not smile quite often. He smiles rarely, he smiles seldomly. Seldom means kabhi kabhi, occasionally. And whenever he smile, the teeth that is shown once he opens the mouth for smiling or for anything else, you can see his teeth were crooked, muda hua hai aage se. And on these basis, Ratan is thinking that this man looks like as a criminal, as we have seen since our childhood in films, that there is a certain particular look is given to our criminals, the villains, and on that basis actually Ratan also feels that this man was actually a villain.